All right, NFC North. All right, this is a solid division.
Best division football.
Solid division, but it's gonna be hard to get wins in that division because you're in a hard division. All right, Vikings, 14-2. I think they're the best team in the league, talent-wise.
Fuck.
They have talent. They have good talent all around.
Okay,
all around they
I'm
have
sorry.
good talent.
I thought you were saying that they were the best team in the league, just overall. Okay, talent-wise.
Talent-wise, yes, they're the best. I think because
that's fair.
Offensively,
I think the Saints are going to be there in a few years after some of their young defenders actually develop, like Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah,
Marshawn Lattimore, I think is going to be really good.
But look at the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, who I think is going to be okay. I don't think he's worth $1 billion.
He's worth maybe like a pastrami sandwich.
And then they're.
I'll give you my bologna sandwich and a pudding cup.
Yeah. But he has good defenders to work. Good wide receivers to work with.
Good defender.
Yeah, he's good defenders to work with. Yeah, Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. Solid. Stephen Diggs. I don't know if he's gonna do amazing or anything, but he's solid. They have Dalvin Cook back.
Yeah.
At running back.
Yeah.
Who's okay.
I kind of forgot about him.
I did too until friends of fan of the Vikings we have Dalvin Cook now. We have Dalvin Cook.
I remember I drafted him in fantasy last year, and then I traded him, and I got Leonard Fournette, and Leonard Fournette ended up being way better.
Yeah.
And then by the time that Alvin Kamara was good, I had already gotten him off of waivers, and I started him over Leonard Fournette the week that Leonard Fournette got hurt, and it was so perfect. That's
good. Yeah.
I just ended up getting paid back because David Johnson fucking got hurt. Screwed me over.
Okay. Then, so I have Vikings going 14-2, 4-2 division. Bears 9-7, 3-3 division. 16-0. 16-0. You think I'm going 16? You don't you have them going 9-7?
No.
What do you have?
I'm going 10-6.
10-6.
Third in the division though.
The Bears, they have a very solid defense. Very good defense.
Top 10 defense.
Boy. Definitely. You probably. That's not even a lot, but I could probably argue top 5.
They had, I believe, the 9th defense last year. No, they had the 7th defense. Last year. And it's only gotten better. I mean, Roquan Smith still needs to sign, but
right.
Roquan Smith, if you happen to listen to this, please sign.
Please sign Roquan.
Please, okay? I already bought the jersey. I need you to sign.
Offensively, Jordan Howard, Tariq Cohen, solid.
Allen Robinson,
Taylor
Gabriel, Anthony Miller, Josh.
Anthony Miller.
Yeah, we drafted Anthony Miller in the second round.
Okay.
James Daniels.
James Daniels. Right.
Cody Whitehair, a dude whose last name is Cush. Kyle Longdick. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think they're solid, but they're in a hard division, 3-3. Moving on to the Packers, I'm going an 8-8. I don't see them as a playoff team. I mean, Aaron Rodgers he's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but they don't really got a lot else. I mean, they're gonna have an okay defense.
Dude, listen. Ty Montgomery. Adam Jones. I think that's their other halfback name. I don't remember their halfback. Yeah. I just remember them being solid last year.
They have wide receivers. They don't really have anybody. They have Randall Cobb, who's old as hell, isn't he?
Yeah.
They got Jordy Nelson, who is still old as hell.
Who fucking sucked last year.
He did.
Gonna suck again this year.
Who else is at wide receiver for him?
What's Devontae Adams? He's pretty good.
Okay.
Devontae Adams is pretty good. Devontae Adams is definitely their starting receiver.
Let's see. Anyway, they got Jimmy Graham, who's overrated.
Jimmy Graham just is, yeah.
But they should be solid at cornerback. They got Josh Jackson. And they got
They're gonna have one cornerback.
And they got the guy from Louisville. I can never remember his name.
Here, just look. I don't remember who it was either. Because I know Mike Hughes.
Jared Alexander.
Yeah. Because I know that Mike Hughes got drafted by the Vikings.
Okay. And they have Mike Daniels, who's also solid.
Yeah.
Haha, Clinton Dix.
You're just gonna fucking name all the Iowa players they got.
Well, of course, but
I mean, you know, Micah Hyde was pretty good when he was there.
I would never say that.
Micah Hyde, okay. Everyone says Micah Hyde was underrated when he was on the Packers, and I don't understand it because he wasn't that good on the Packers. He just didn't get a lot of playing.
No, right. He's way better on the Bills.
Then he went to the Bills, and he fucking demolished everyone. Okay. Now he's like one of the better safeties in the league.
True.
Oh, and okay, really quick, going back to the Chargers, since we're talking about Iowa players now, Desmond King is going to be good.
Right, yes, exactly.
Because he started, I think, 4 games last year, and he had a pick 6. I mean, it wasn't too impressive.
No, it was Dak and Dak was like kind of jogging, trying to get him.
Yeah, but still, it was a pick 6.
Right.
Looks nice on paper, and he had, I believe, 70 tackles. Which is really good.
It is.
And he only started 4 games. He played all 16, but he only started 4, so he did pretty good. I think he's going to end up being good. So, okay. I think you're on the Lions.
Yeah, Lions, 6'10". Having them go 6'10", 2'4". Matt Stafford, Golden Tate.
LeGarrette Blount, fucking god.
LeGarrette Blount.
One of the most overrated halfbacks. I don't think anyone can really argue with that. The LeGarrette Blount is at least somewhat overrated.
I mean, for where he went to last year's you know, that he was on that, you know. So I mean, that's impressive.
You know why?
Because
he was an asshole.
Yeah, he like punched people in the face in like the game. Yeah. Defensively.
Hey, they got Z.
They have what?
Ziggy Ansah.
Oh, Ziggy.
Darius Slay. Glover Quinn. Gerard Davis. Middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Drafted last year. Remember?
I don't. I don't watch Lions games. What am I, a fucking boring person? I watch his Lions games.
That's true. Lions games are fucking boring. Okay.
That's kind of for a Bears fan.
Really quick rant, okay? Because one of the games that we played against the Lions last year, we lost it by 3 points. I was so pissed off at that game. I mean, we were in field goal range, right? Mm-hmm. Right. We line up for the field goal. Last play of the game. Connor Barth fucking misses it. I swear to God. Connor Barth, I legitimately thought about wanting to kill him.
You're going to track Connor Barth down.
Listen, if I ever decided to murder someone, it would be Connor Barth. He was so bad, and I was so upset about it. Like, we should have just kept Robbie Gould. Robbie Gould was, like, one of the best carriers in the league when he was on the Bears.
Yeah.
And fucking bullshit.
Bullshit.
We had Roberto Aguayo on our team for a short period of time last year.
Yeah.
Kicker was a bad situation. Now we have Cody Parkey, okay? Cody Parkey is our Lord and Savior.
Cody Parkey. God, he looks like a cancer patient. He does. You seen him?
What kicker was... Yeah, I've seen him. What kicker was, like, commentating on the draft? Was it...
David Akers.
Yeah, David Akers. You told me this, but he does sound exactly how you would think a kicker would sound.
Yeah. Hi, Cowboys fans.
Oh, let's also acknowledge something about the draft. There was a Bills fan with an O.J. Simpson jersey, and that was probably the funniest thing I saw on draft night. That was the best thing. So, you know, that was nice.
He's free, man. He didn't murder those people. He was acquitted by in a trial. His peers. Okay.
Money buys a lot of things.
So, all right, you NFC North.
All right, so I have the Vikings finishing first, 12-4, 4-2 in the division. You know, a really good team. Kirk Cousins, garbage. I mean, he's decent, but considering how much they're paying for him, he's garbage.
Right? Yeah, not worth it.
He's like the equivalent of a bum. Okay, you'd pay I think that you would get as much value out of some random homeless person that you pay minimum salary as you get with paying Kirk Cousins this much.
Yeah.
So, I just don't think Kirk Cousins is even close to worth the money. Especially after he had a 1,000-yard drop-off last year. Mm-hmm. Other than that, they're a pretty talented team, and I think that they're definitely going to make playoffs. Second in the division, I have the Packers at 10-6. They're 3-3 in the division. All around a pretty solid team. Secondary could definitely use some work. They really only have Josh Jackson.
Right.
Okay, Jair Alexander's irrelevant. Irrelevant.
I mean, Jair Alexander was picked ahead of Josh Jackson.
Yeah, so that the Packers be like, oh, the Bears were fucking stupid and take Josh Jackson over James Daniels. Okay, let's take him then. I was so pissed off.
Oh, no.
That was... You have no idea how much pressure I felt. I wasn't even making the pick. I wasn't even there, and I felt pressure. Okay? I was just... Oh. Listen, I'm not even Christian. I prayed.
Broncos got Joe's deal, so I'm happy.
I didn't... Listen, I didn't even pray for the Bears to take Josh Jackson. I just prayed for the Packers to not take Josh Jackson.
Yeah, that was sad. I was like, oh, no. They're going to pull up my guy on him.
Dude, I hope Josh Jackson fucking fails in Green Bay and then gets traded and demolishes everyone.
I what's probably going to happen is he's going to get benched for Jared Alexander because...
No, they're going to start both of them.
Both?
Yeah, you need two corners.
Well, they don't have a corner to start already? Like...
Kevin King, Josh.
Okay.
Kevin King's not going to start over Josh Jackson. There's no way.
Okay. So they're going to have two rookie corners starting.
Yeah. They are by far the most talented corners on their roster.
Sure, yeah.
Listen, I know it doesn't sound smart. It doesn't sound like a good decision, but they're definitely the most talented corners on that team. Probably. Really, Kevin King's more talented than Josh Jackson.
No.
How about Jair Alexander?
I don't think he is.
That's what I thought.
But I'm biased. I'm not a fan. I'm biased.
Okay.
But Josh Jackson, he owns Jair Alexander in like every fucking stat. It's just...
It's because of his combine.
Yeah.
That's why I held out hope that the Bears were going to take him in the second round.
Yeah.
Because he had a shitty combine.
He did.
You know who else had a shitty combine?
Who?
Jerry Rice. You know who else had a shitty combine?
Huh?
Rick Sherman.
Did he?
He was
well, he's slow, so...
Yeah. That's all you pay attention to with corners and receivers.
Right. Speed.
Fucking Darius Hayward-Bay? Really? You're going to tell me he was a good receiver? Really? Okay. Anyways, Packers 10-6, 3-3 in the division.
Okay.
Third, I have the Bears at 10-6, 3-3 in the division. It took like a really long time to figure out standings here, because I went through like the first 800 bajillion steps for tiebreakers, and they were like exactly the same up until common games, which the Packers had won one more game, and I think they lost the same amount. But so yeah, Bears are 10-6, 3-3 in the division. They're third in the division. Receivers are about 30 times better than they were last year. And based on yesterday's preseason game, Josh Bellamy still can't catch anything.
No.
But I have... Oh my God.
Oof.
Okay, I have faith that Allen Robinson is going to play really well this upcoming year. Jordan Howard, Tariq Cohen, probably the best running back duo in the NFL. I mean, you could argue Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman.
I wouldn't say that, though. No.
But I'm biased.
Yeah, you are biased.
Very biased. Probably the best fullback in the league in Michael Byrd.
Yeah, best fullback. Best fullback in the league. That's what we care about.
Hey, I think he might have caught a touchdown. I only kind of half watched the game.
Kyle Juszczyk's better than him. Come on.
Maybe like third best fullback in the game. All right, Trubisky, I think is definitely going to play way better this upcoming season. Because even between the first game he played last year versus the last game, there was a huge difference. Like, huge improvement with Trubisky just last season alone. Eddie Jackson played really well. Better than, pretty much anyone expected. Adrian Amos, I think Adrian Amos is really underrated. He's one of the better safeties in the league, not the best, but he's up there. Then Kyle Fuller played way better last year, but he's been pretty inconsistent, so I'm not really sure how he's going to play.
Yeah.
Other than that, our corners are pretty garbage.
Right.
Oh, all right. Mini rant again.
Oh, God.
Marcus Cooper, okay?
It's an hour show, Caleb.
Marcus Cooper on field goal block return against the Steelers. I mean, celebrated for like 10 yards in front of the end zone. And this was after they changed the rules so that you could celebrate in the end zone. And that was Jesse James.
Oh, that was stupid.
Yeah, that was really stupid. That was bad. But then Akeem Hicks, who I also think is underrated. Akeem Hicks is a really, really, really good defensive lineman. Eddie Jackson, I could see being decent. Right end is kind of. Then at outside linebacker, Leonard Floyd is definitely going to do really well. Roquan Smith, if he signs, going to, I think, be the best rookie linebacker in the league.
Very possibly, yeah.
And he's probably going to start next to Daniel Trevathan if he signs. Hopefully, please. Please. Dude, to anyone who sees this, tweet this link to Roquan Smith. Just tell him
tweet
to sign,
Roquan.
Please, just tell him to sign. I need this. Please. You can't see it, but my eyes are tearing up. This is big for me, okay? Then, Joel Iyiegbuniwe. I just said his name because it's really fun to say. You should try it.
Get to the lines already.
It's a good idea. But yeah, so Bears are 10-6. Then I have the Lions going 7-9, 4th in the division. They are 2-4, and they go 2-4 in division play. Overall, they aren't terrible. They just aren't good.
Right.
They have Ezekiel Lanza, Darius Slay, and Glover Quinn, then Gerard Davis, and that's really it on defense. Then on offense, Matt Stafford's he's good.
Yeah.
Receiver, they're lacking at receiver.
Right.
They have Golden Tate and then Kenny Galladay. Halfback, LeGarrette Blount, I don't think is really a starting halfback. He's more like a goal line back,
right?
Short third down situations, stuff like that. He's a short yardage back.
Uh-huh.
Then after that, they really have Amir Abdullah, who really hasn't done anything.
Right. Yeah.
Then offensive line So yeah, 7-9 for the Lions.
All right.
Sorry, I just had to rant about this for a little bit.
I'll cut that all out. That's okay.
No, leave it in, Josh.
Your Bears rants will be like...
We need to have it raw and uncut.
Okay, NFC South. Speaking of raw and uncut.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Drew Brees. He's going to take the Saints to 12-4.
Best quarterback in the league. Just be clear, I'm a Drew Brees fanboy too. Get over it.
Right. Saints 12-4, 4-2 division. I think they have a pretty good offense. They got, Alvin Kamara. They got Drew Brees, obviously. They got Willie Snead.
You're forgetting Michael Thomas.
I know Michael Thomas. I know him personally. No.
I know
Michael Thomas, who's pretty good too.
Best receiver on their team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to be clear. I had him in fantasy last year. He was the only receiver I think that I didn't cut.
he is good. Okay. Probably like a top. I say like top 10 maybe.
I'd definitely say top 10.
Okay.
Oh, Cameron Meredith, fucking stolen from the Bears. I'm pissed off about that too. I saw that when I walked out of school. Okay, I was having a great day. I walk out and I see a notification from NFL.com. Bears didn't match the offer sheet, and then I sent a paragraph long text to everyone complaining about it. Imagine our receiving cores if we had Cameron Meredith still. Like top 5 receiving core in the league.
And Saints defensively, I mean, they're kind of
their defense is getting way better.
They're developing.
Alex Anzalone, I think, did pretty solid last year at linebacker. Manti Te'o had like the best season of his NFL career last year. Marshawn Lattimore, great rookie year.
Yeah.
And then it's Cameron Jordan. Cameron Jordan's on the Saints, right? I always get him and Cameron Wake confused. But Cameron Wake's on the Dolphins. So yeah, and then they have Cameron Jordan. They drafted Marcus Davenport, which I think was a bit of a reach.
Yeah,
but I think he could end up being solid. So they don't have a good defense by any means, but it's 100% improving.
Yeah, right.
From what it was like 3 years ago.
All right. So Panthers, I have them going 10-6, 3-3. Cam Newton, I don't see him getting that much better. They don't have a ton of great peak talent. I mean, I think they're kind of okay all around. I think the fact that they have Cam Newton, who's better than most quarterbacks, I'd say, like he's better than average. I'd say. So that's what takes them 10-6 for me. 3-3 in the division.
I say Cam Newton's like Colin Kaepernick on steroids.
Okay, Falcons 9-7, 3-3. It's probably a bit under. Probably.
Well, I have them at 9-7, but 2-4 in the division.
But I don't see them coming. I think they're on the downward slide. You lose Super Bowl, you get lose.
Your quarterback's not getting any younger.
No. Then they weren't they 1-0 in the playoffs, or did they make it to the divisional?
I think they were 1-0.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%.
1-0 playoffs. I don't see them doing much better. Matt Ryan's getting old. Julio Jones is still good.
Julio?
Is it Julio? What is it?
Are you fucking like?
I've heard both. I've heard both. I've heard both.
Who has ever said Julio Jones?
Announcers. They said Julio Jones. I swear to you, announcers said Julio
Announcers
Jones.
also say Adrian Amos.
Is it?
Since when is an O pronounced is?
I don't know. Anus.
That's a U, John.
Anus.
It's Julio. Julio Jones.
I thought it was because that's how you say it in Spanish.
Julio equal Julio.
I mean, yeah. That's like a Spanish name. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know if you're not Spanish, you say Julio.
No, if you're retarded, you say Julio.
All right, let's get on. And the last team, the Buccaneers, go 5-11, 2-4.
I was gonna be honest. I actually didn't know who it was because we've been talking so much in between these.
Right. So the Buccaneers are last in the division, 5-11, 2-4 in the division. They got Jameis Winston,
rapist,
who beats up people in Uber or something. I don't know what he did. He's weird.
Molester.
And Mike Evans.
He fucks kids.
He just fuck kids.
To any pedophile listening, go kill yourself. Just fucking end it now. Fucking piece of shit.
You can stop.
No, well, is that not a fair statement?
This is not the podcast. You just curse out every key person you hate.
I cursed out Marcus Cooper, Connor Barth, and pedophiles.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think pedophiles is fair.
That's fair. Yeah, you're right. But it's not the time and place.
Okay.
Buccaneers 5-11.
Okay.
They're kind of average on defense.
The 3.5 fingered Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, that's one thing. I haven't done the same as last year. Basically, I think it'll be all right. But
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I have the Saints 14. I'm gonna just streamline this so we can get this wrapped up. The Saints, I have first in the division, 14-2, 6-0 in the division. They really only got better. Their defense has definitely improved from last year. Offense is still really good. So I just think that they're going to do really well next year. Maybe take a win or two off, but I just think they're going to do really good. So I have them at first. Then second in the division are the Panthers at 9-7, 3-3 in the division. Cam Newton, like I said, Colin Kaepernick on steroids. He's really not that good. Don't have many receivers. Halfback, they have Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Stewart. And didn't they sign C.J. Anderson?
Maybe.
All right, I think the Panthers signed C.J. Anderson. So really, they're going to have C.J. Anderson.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. All right. So they're going to have C.J. Anderson and Christian McCaffrey. At least that's what I'm guessing. Is C.J. Anderson's going to start. Christian McCaffrey's going to be a backup. Spell back. They do have a pretty solid defense with Luke Kuechly. They have Thomas Davis. Mm-hmm. Then that's pretty much it.
Did Thomas Davis get busted for
PEDs? Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. Then third in the division, I have the Falcons 9-7, 2-4 in the division. I also think that just after their Super Bowl loss, they kind of were crushed. They're going to just start going downhill. They really haven't gotten any new talent besides Calvin Ridley. So
who didn't want to play?
I think it's less that he didn't. I think it's more that he got drafted later than he wanted to.
Oh, really?
Than the Falcons. Julio Jones isn't exactly happy about his situation either.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have the Buccaneers last in the division at 7-9, 1-5 in the division. Jameis Winston, having some off the field issues. But, Jameis Winston's only really decent anyways. Borderline good. He's a fringe good quarterback.
Yeah, fringe.
Don't really have a halfback.
No.
Mike Evans. Offensive line is okay.
Yeah.
They have a pretty average defense, T.J. Ward.
Oh, yeah, they do have.
Yeah. Other than that, really nothing.
Right.
So they aren't really anything too special. I wouldn't say they're terrible, though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I have for the NFC South.
All right. Well, that wraps up divisional.